if I do that. Helps if you unmute the mic so people can actually hear you. Welcome everybody to the stream. Oh, wow, that's really loud. Sorry, I've been adjusting some settings. Let me know if you can hear the music in the background. Here, let me turn my mic down a little bit. Talking real loud, I get excited and it starts peeking into the red. So now that I've made, oh, dear Lord. Okay, I've made a lot of audio changes to the mic. Hopefully it sounds a little better. It's not as muffled and sounds a little clearer. So welcome everybody back to the stream. We have both channels tonight, so you can hear me in both ears this time. So that's always good. So this music sucks though. I mean, it would work for me if I'm just working on the layout or something, but not necessarily for you guys. I'm going to turn it down a little bit on my side. So, welcome back, everybody. Hope everybody's had a great Saturday so far. I had a great little Saturday. Yeah, so this is my version of the big yellow bag. One of my expo bags repurposed. But got some goodies in there. There's also some goodies that were in that bag that are actually on the layout behind me now. So, yeah, we will get to those. So let's go ahead and welcome everybody in. Let's scroll all the way up here. We've got Caleb. We've got NS. We've got Raven. Welcome. You guys were the first three in here. And then, of course, let's keep scrolling down here. We got RDK, welcome to the stream. Josh Cannon, welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. I should be saying to all of you, really. Club Chair Traveler, welcome to the stream. Looking down. We got James. Welcome, James. Keep going. Going down the right end. We have the one and only Mr. Scott Rails, Dave. Welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream, sir. We've got the Hopster has arrived. Keep going down the list. We've got Colleen. Welcome, Colleen. Going, scrolling. I know Miss Holly's in here somewhere. Hello, Mr. Chris Brew. Welcome back to the stream, sir. Hopefully everything's going great up there in... Were you in Washington, or did you move... You moved to Oregon closer to Train Mountain, if I remember right. Holly. There's Miss Holly. He was away getting coffee. Wills, welcome to the stream. Will's Tiny Trains. Mustache Mike, Butt of Cuss. Mr. Mustache Mike, welcome back to the stream, brother. Trying my hardest not to skip anybody, because that just chaps my hide when I do that. Doc David, welcome to the stream, David. Little Tracks Corner, Mr. Jean-Pierre, welcome to the stream, sir. It was fun what I got to watch of the stream when I wasn't scrambling to get this stuff finished and ready to go. It was in quite the state, because after shooting the videos, the video I posted, the big boy promptly pointed out every issue in my track, which is what tends to happen with the larger locomotives like that. They tend to, especially when they have the smaller flanges, point out every flaw in your track, which it did not fail to do. So I had to do a lot of work, let's put it that way. George, welcome back to the stream, sir. Who said nice shirt? Oh, yes. Very, very nice gift from my 19-year-old who went to the train show with me today. And I think it's kind of a double entendre shirt, because, you know, it covers two bases. Big boy, because, well, big boy and big boy. So, rubber, eh? Hopefully I did not miss anybody. If you did, please pipe up. Let's see. Will Tiny Trains, hey, you going to add static graphs and scenery to your layout? Yes, I am. I wanted to try and get some done this week, but it's just been an utter this week. So I've done a lot of work on the lake loop end of the layout. All of this track right here, behind my head, above my head, comes out the other side over here and goes up and around that way. All of that is actually glued in place now. No pins. So that you won't see any yellow pins. Any yellow pins you see are just remnants of where glue is still drying. So we're close. And also all the tubs that you see back over here, and that's actually a static grass applicator, not my wife's toy. That's actually a static grass applicator right there. And all of those tubs are filled with different lengths and colors of static grass. So that is next. I've also picked up several different paints so that I can start painting and start adding the washes and whatnot, and not start adding all the detail. I do need to pick up a new, well, it's new, but it's a hot wire cutter I found on Amazon that has a bow in it. Now, I know a lot of people think, the straight bow for cutting foam. This one actually is literally a bow like this, and you can set the depth. So you can set the depth and then just drag it across the surface of the foam, and it carves out like a channel. And so I thought that would be perfect for setting the depth of the lake perfect and get the edges close, and then I can kind of chip it out and make it irregular, but it would allow me to not go too deep and go to the point where I'm at the wood, which is the base of the layout right there. So who else did we have come in while I was rambling off at the mouth? Caboose, welcome to the stream. Oh, we have another Raven. We have a Raven 0903. So now we got two Ravens. We got Raven Train and Raven 0903. Welcome to the stream, Raven. I had mentioned over on Jean-Pierre's channel too, when I went to the train show today, I actually met somebody, and I was just literally, I had just walked in the door. It was the very first table right next to the table where you pay admission. I turned around from the table to admission and started walking towards the booth because I said, "Ooh, squirrel, N scale." I got halfway to the booth, and one of the two gentlemen sitting at the booth stands up and goes, "You're Fresno Jason." And I went, "Guilty." Giuseppe, welcome to the stream. Or welcome back to the stream. Prototypical scene for Canada. Yeah, I know. I keep Dave keeps reminding me, and it's Dave joking, but it bugs me as much as it debugs anybody else, honestly. And for me, starting to add the color to it is passing the hurdle at which this layout was originally at, because you see where this green is right next to my head right here. This whole thing, this whole line, all the way up and over around here, was scenic at one point and looked beautiful. But I didn't like the radius of the curves I had, and I was having too many problems with the stuff I wanted to run. So I was like, gone, and then that's when I came up with this track line. Squirrel, welcome to the stream. Two Ravens. Sounds like a conspiracy. I mean, Edgar Allan Poe could be showing up around here. I know that conversation came up in Discord not too long ago. Welcome back, Ollie. Great Northern, good evening, sir. Welcome back to the stream. So, all right, enough gibber yabbering. Hopefully, audio sounded good. Again, I added an extra kind of noise gate to it, so I can have the music that you guys are listening to on my side, so I can actually hear what it is, and if it's trash, I can change it. And so you guys won't be subject to trash music, because we're not going there. Yeah, so lots of little things. There's actually a couple new cameras, and if you, in that video that I did, if you watched, you might have seen a couple of them, or you might have seen them actually. So what is that? NS. Uh-oh. What did NS do? What did Dave? Hey, I commented about it. Ah. And I might have totally missed what you were getting at, Dave. It's been a long day. It was kind of warm today. This thing's cooked from being outside. So, had skiers and snowmobiles? Maybe in some sections. Yes. Thank you, Colleen. Yeah, I really like it, and it was cool. You know, my daughter hadn't mentioned anything about it. My wife didn't say anything. My dad didn't say anything. Even Brielle didn't say anything. Which normally Brielle's the rat, the 4-year-old. She's normally the rat. And my daughter, my 19-year-old, just handed it to me when we came in the door at home, and I was like, "Oh, sweet!" I was like, "I'll wear that tonight." So they actually had several nice shirts I really wanted to get. They had a nice one with the cab forward on it, one with the daylight, and like all the specs of the GS4 and everything on it. Pretty cool. But so we're here. We're here for trains. Julian Mirza, welcome back to the stream. Hope you're having a great Saturday. Let's go ahead and we can take a look at some stuff here. Oh, I don't know why that happened. That's a thing. So we wanted to, well, you know what? We'll start off with one of the new cameras. Oh, it's called a conspiracy or unkindness. Ah, see, again, I know a lot. I do not know it all. So, hey, I learned something today. I'm down. I had no problem learning stuff. Thank you for that information, since Dave was going to leave me in the dark. Thanks, Dave. All right, so here is, wait, nope, that's not the one I want. Here's this one. And we'll go ahead and we'll start with this little bugger, which will have some relief on the tram line soon. I have 3 Japanese sets on their way. Dave, that's funny. The Dougler, welcome back to the stream. All right, let's go ahead and get the little tram going. Yes, so soon the little tram will have some relief and won't be stuck having to toe the line all the time in the streams. Hey, there you go, come on. I know you've been sitting a while, I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. But this is one of the 2 new cams that I've added to the stream. Give me 1 second. I have the tablet actually on over here where I'm sitting presently. I just need to get it set to the stream so I can actually see chat. Once YouTube wakes up and decides to work, cancel. Trying to turn my monitor to the YouTube channel. View channel. My channel. My channel. Come on. Do it. There we go. And I'll be able to read stream over here. Look at that. Wow. When it finally wakes up. What was that? We need a term for a collection of live stream attendees. Sadness. Be nice, Dave. David, maybe at some point. Yeah, I like Trainiacs as well. David, maybe at some point, because I probably will convert the tram line at some point to DCC. Just right now, it's convenient to be running at on DC, so I'm probably just going to leave it like that for now. As I kick one of my lights right behind me. All right. Yeah, I like Trainiacs a lot. You can call them V-foamers. That would kind of work too. Trainiacs. See, that's the thing, Dave. Would we just call all of our crew that watches us? Show us the new train. Well, let's show you the trains that are sitting on the track, and then I will show you the new stuff. Behind it. Here we go. This is one that has been misbehaving, but I think I have a solution for why this one misbehaves. But we'll find out right now. Go ahead and get this one going. Turn its light on. And get her going. Oh, that was a little fast, but the Digitrax decoder. What do you want from me? Yes, Giuseppe, it is Canada, unfortunately. I told you. Only for a short while longer. Only for a short while longer. Oh, by the way, part of the new stuff was right there on the back end of that train, by the way. Here, we'll even go to this cam so you can actually watch it go by again. And while you're at it, you can see the second train that we're running. So on the back of the train that's on the moon, you notice that there's a few more Southern Pacific oil cans on the back. Those were part of my train show haul. Those are roundhouse models, tankers, that came with microtrains, trucks, and couplers on them. $10 each. So I thought that was a pretty screaming deal when I found that. I saw that he had them for $10 each, and I looked to see how many he had, and I bought every one he had. Welcome back, Will. Will's British Locos. Changed my PFP end user. Okay. That train's still moving a little on the fast side. We're going to slow that U50. Oh, I don't know what that is next. Burn the Boats. That's an interesting name of a song. Okay. All right, we'll give it a little bit more juice. All right, so the next train tonight is the good old FEC 801, Florida East Coast, pulling the Tropicana Trinity 65 or 64 foot reefers. Tato AC 44 D4, I believe it is. We'll go ahead and get him rolling. I think it's the same Will, just different name, judging by what he said. So go ahead and get this one up and running. Oh, okay, yeah, see, Will's tiny trains. Okay. And we get that one bumped up a little bit. We'll go back over here to the lake loop. There goes the SP going by. I'll only need one paint for scenery, gloss coat. Giuseppe. Yeah. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. If you're modeling back, Canada, then quite possibly, yes. And we're gonna get the FEC moving a little bit quicker. And shoot, while we're at it, we'll go ahead and we'll show this camera. And you can see the FEC going again. Oh, look, you can see the tram, and you can even see the Southern Pacific up on the hill. Another nice, lovely little camera added. I figured out how to add more cameras. Unfortunately, when it comes to multicam, I can still only have 4 at a time. Unfortunately. So you can see I'm starting to get things going. My goal is to get paint on my new layout before Jason. I just need to build the entire thing first. But thanks, Dave. Thanks a lot. Just so you know, the goal for this next week is to start adding paint and scenery. So by the time I stream next weekend, it will look almost completely different. That's the goal. So let's go ahead and do this and see. See if our scenery switcher feels like working, and then I can get some of the things ready, since I know Mr. Scott would like to see them. $92 bet, huh? Yikes. Hello, Josh. Welcome back to the stream. Alrighty. So, is it going to change? The $1 million question. Yes, Julian, it is an Ozark Air. It is a 1/200 model of the fuselage we have at the hangar over at Jurassic Jets. Oops, that's a little too much. Come down, you. Uh-oh. That was weird. I saw the reflection of the SP on my tower, and it looked like it stopped. Yeah, we pretend to be adults. We try. He doesn't feel bad at all. Don't let Dave fool you. He loves busting my chops. So, on the grounds of the trade show, those tank cars were a total score in my opinion, because the trucks alone were twice what I paid for. Oh no, we are not doing this song. The trucks and coupler setup alone is worth twice what I paid for the car. So, Frank C3291, welcome to the stream. Welcome back to the stream. Everything tonight seems to be going better, so knock on some wood. Kevin's Tiny Trains, welcome to the stream, Kevo. Or welcome back to the stream. I keep saying welcome to the stream like it's your first time. Hey. But those tank cars were a pretty big score. Now, I have a couple of other scores from the train meet, or the train show. And we'll go ahead and we'll come back to me real quick. So we're gonna tease Dave a little bit here, since he's having a good time throwing some ribbing out. We're gonna mess with Dave too. New stuff. Sorry. This is another one. I was walking around the train. By the way, to get all the way around the hall the first time took me the better part of an hour and a half at least, because I kept finding stuff at different booths as I went around. So it took me a better part of an hour and a half just to make the first lap, and then go look at the layouts and all that kind of stuff. Because I always like to hit the vendors first, because first day we were there pretty close to right after it opened. I wanted to grab everything that I thought was like top notch as soon as I could. Anyways, walked around to one of the tables in the back, and there was a bunch of N-scale stuff scattered out, and it had the prices on it. And I saw this particular stack, and I looked at it. I looked at one of the people that was sitting in the booth, and I said, "Is that price right?" And the lady's like, "Yeah, whatever's written on there, that's the price." And I'm like, I picked it up. I showed this to her. I said, "So this is $25. And she's like, "Yeah, that's $25. Microtrains, trucks, and couplers. These are Walters. These are Walters trailer train cars. These are metal. These are heavy. $25. I said $25. I pulled the cash out of my wallet and said, "Here." there's 7 of them. Absolute freaking steal. I found these at another table where the guy was selling the 3-pack runners, basically these, but the 3-packs, $40 each. Yeah. Total score. Yeah, exactly, the Dougler. It was definitely a shut up and take my money scenario. And so yeah, it's missing one set of trucks and a set of wheels. Oh darn. I have trucks. I have couplers. Not a problem. So total. That one probably made my show because that's a lot of money. So that was very awesome. Let me see. Oh, yes. This one I have no problem. So guess what you're going to get to see tonight? I actually have some containers already, Dave, that had nothing to write in. So, yeah, this is Train Nerd perfume. Or Model Train Nerd perfume, I guess is how you want to put it. It's JT's Mega Steam in the gourmet cookie format. Believe it or not, this was the only bottle of Mega Steam. Initially, when the booth that had this had 2 bottles when the show opened. They had this one and Lumber Mill. I was like, I'm a fan of fresh cut wood and all, but I'm not sure I want my steam engine smelling like that constantly, so I guess I chose Diabetes instead. So that will be used in the big boy a little later on. Checking the trains, make sure everything's still working. Yes, thankfully it wasn't skunk. You're right. So now, I don't know, should I wait a little bit? Show some of the other goodies? That behind your ears for a good time tonight? Yeah, that might, yeah. Yeah, that might get me in trouble. You know what? You know, you say that. Who said diabetes? Teddy, Chef D, welcome to the stream. You say diabetes. I have a sound clip of the famous diabetes. But because of the way I have the mic set up right now, I couldn't play it. I might need to fix that. I can't play my soundboard at all right now because of the way the mic's set up. And I'm almost like one of those, it ain't broke, I don't want to touch it right now. So I think it would gunk up the smoke machine, David, because those smoke machines are like so sensitive, especially the N-scale ones being smaller the way they are. I mean, the Wilford Brimley, there you go. Yeah, no, literally the diameter of the big boy smoke machines are like that big. I mean, it's maybe 4 or 5 mil diameter inside. Well, that's the outside diameter of the barrel. Inside diameter of the barrel is like maybe 3.5 mil, maybe. So, and that's the other thing too, is they want, you know, it calls for very fine smoke fluid to be used. So, but you know what? I'm gonna mess with Dave. We'll go ahead and watch some chooches for a second, and then I'll get some of the other good stuff out. To play the sound clip. Yeah, I could change one of the functions on the BLI decoder so that it's the diabetes function. Like, or have it set so when you turn on the smoke, it just goes diabetes. Oh God. Super thin glue is absolutely horrid to work with. It has its applications, but oh God, is it a pain to use. And nothing there. Where the hell are all the trains? There's one of them. Giuseppe, that is something that might, besides the whole winter scene, yes. Um, Welcome to the stream, Russ's Rockin' Railroads. Welcome back, sir. We're doing pretty good. I was just showing off one of my first scores at the train show. $25 for that. Not bad. Also, where is... Go over here and we'll go to Park Loop. The last 4 Southern Pacific oil cans on this train are all new from the train show today at $10 a piece with microtrains, trucks, and couplers, old roundhouse models. Absolutely awesome. I did find when I was pulling them out that one of them was missing some of the handrails and the ladder on the one side, but that is something I could probably fix. So give me a project for later. Will, when you started doing model trains, that's when. Train show was in Fresno, California. Was the first annual or inaugural train show by the Fresno Model Railroaders Association, or Fresno Model Railroad Club, what it is. That's one of the new clubs that I have a couple of the members trying to get me to go join. Yep, there goes the trolley. What happened? Thank you, Holly. And your nephew's built what for you today, Holly? I missed it. Let me look. My live stream keeps cutting out. That's odd. It's not saying it's dropping any frames. Very odd. Yes, Dave, I had to. So, Holly, if you keep seeing black screens, that's the fade. Because what it's doing is it's transitioning from one camera to the next. And that's what I have to do in order for them to see and use the 2 new cameras. Oh, nice, Holly. That's awesome. You should see the trolley go by or come down here in just a second. It's not ideal, Dave, but it's a workaround for now. And it gives me a couple extra cameras to use. Somehow this camera looks like it got bumped. Ooh, I'll have to take a look, Holly. I tend to stream with Discord not open just because all of the notifications that come through, you just hear ba-ding, 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 ba-ding every time something comes up. Dave was not happy with it the other night. Could add a picture backdrop to fool the audience. What about the oh, you talking about like the walls and whatnot? Or are you talking about in the transitions? Oh, thank you, Russ. Yeah, they're there temporarily. I thought about making a little for the transition. Yeah, I probably could. So each time it goes to the next one, the transition is the image. Might have to look into that. Sri Lanka shipping. Oh my God, RDK. That is something I will have to look into. Hello, Mike Puttham Junction. Welcome back to the stream. Alrighty. Oh, well, you get to see the trolley. Oh, and there's Holly's lovely gift sitting where it will be. The tram station sitting over in the park loop. It looks a little odd at the moment because it doesn't have the end pieces on it, but that is something that is planned. And I think it fits in perfect, honestly. So, oh, okay, that's going to put people to sleep. Well, there you go. Alrighty, so let's mess with Dave a little bit here, and we'll come back here. Now, well, first off, I found one of these at the train show, and I'm glad I found it because now I have another one in my arsenal for when I'm working on track. If I find something that needs a special length piece, I don't have to go worry about cutting a special piece. I can just drop that in there and take care of it. But this is one of those, if you find it, you buys it. Holly ought to really love this one. I'm going to put my fingers on it just to make sure it doesn't fall out. Oh, come on, focus you. This is a Central Pacific Roundhouse 260. These go for absolutely insane amounts of money on eBay. Now, what the hell? Show the other one too. Now this particular booth, I could have blown every dime I have there, because not only did I find a Central Pacific, I found an SP. And these things, as I'm sure Kevin can attest, run super smooth. Very nice locomotives. We'll see how much they can pull. But the Central Pacific, I actually have a string of old-time passenger coaches that I can put behind it. And yes, I ended up getting two, and only because of my dad. Because the lady had actually offered me a smoking deal of $250 for the pair, and these are brand new. So she offered them to me for $250 for the pair. I was sitting there trying to oh, you showed me yours. Oh my. I'm sitting there, looking at them, trying to decide which I want to do. My dad just walks over and hands the lady his credit card and goes, "Here, pay for him." And I'm just like, seriously? So, yeah, I ended up getting both of them. Tossing up going back again tomorrow, but I probably shouldn't do that. I might actually be able to spend some time looking at some layouts and whatnot instead of conversing in the booth. So, but yeah, those are. Sorry, I had to turn around and make sure everything was still moving. It got real quiet. The holding up to the train god. Yeah, I mean, in a way, Club Chair, in a way, but it's because of where the camera's mounted. The camera's mounted on top of my monitor up there, so it's definitely like I'm looking up like this at the camera. So then again, it's a 43-inch TV I'm using for a monitor. So yeah, I know, Mustache. Maybe I could talk her down on that Shay. Because that was the booth. That booth had like, they had just picked up somebody's collection, and they had like 20 Atlas Shays sitting there. They had like 6 or 7 of the ones that I want, which is the Sugar Pine Lumber Company, number 10, which is the same as the Yosemite Sugar Pine Railroad, about 45 minutes from it. So I'm tempted. I know. I have remnants of the stamp there on my wrist. There's faint remnants of the stamp. I do too, Raven, and I used to have one of those Shays. So it's kind of, I know how they can run, and I've seen she's testing them right there. So, there's probably some scars there too. Dave knows you can't do any kind of automotive work without getting some kind of cut. The job's not complete unless you've offered up a blood sacrifice to the automotive gods. But yeah, so I might go back tomorrow. I want to go back tomorrow because I know the last day is always the best day to get the best deals. But it may not be approved by the CFO. They were good sports today, going and especially because my wife was actually trying to look at trains. Speaking of trains, let's go back to trains. Here, we'll go back to the Lake Loop, and I'll start the scene switcher. I was kind of nudging her, and she started to look at trains. But our 4-year-old was having a good time, but our 4-year-old is also slightly autistic. So we haven't had it tested yet, and we're going to do that this next year in school, because apparently it's the school. You see a nice HO Shay for a decent price, keep me in mind. I will do, Raven, for sure. Dougler, they have exactly one Shay in N scale, and Atlas made it about 10 years ago. 10, 12 years ago. Onar, Drew, welcome to the stream. You just missed like some of the best train show deals, man. Here, we'll turn off the scene switcher. Oh, we've never started scene switching. All right, well, perfect. It was fate then. So, Drew, this is probably the best deal of the whole train show for me personally. These are Walther's, trailer trains with micro trains, trucks, and couplers, $25. Probably the single-handed biggest steal. And then we got these bad boys. Roundhouse 260s, one in Central Pacific, one in Southern Pacific. $250 for the pair. They sell for $200 on eBay all day long. For one. So I thought $250 for the pairs, not bad. Plus, my dad was the one that ended up buying them. No, those 260s are a pretty smoking deal, honestly. If you can even find a listing for those on eBay. Yeah, Dougler, it is pretty crazy, honestly, because let's see, where are they at? Oh, we'll go back to the Lake Loop because they're all right here. Was my daughter stimming while at the show? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Julian. She was, I think she was in a little bit of an overload. Unless you're talking about the 19-year-old, which maybe, I don't know. But oh, nice, Josh. That's pretty awesome. She does fairly well, Holly, or, yeah, it was Holly. Overstimulated, yes. She was definitely overstimulated. But she's not like over the top. Yeah, Dave, you're not lying. See, she has a lot of the tells of being autistic, but a lot of the other times you would swear she's just fine. There we go. Hey, we got all 3 trains in one camera. Or, well, tram and 2 trains. But overall she did pretty well. We got her some books, and got her a toy, and she was a happy little camper. She's just, she's a high energy 4-year-old. So, and she definitely will switch from one thing to another at just an absolute blink of an eye. So she, yeah. Night shift. Okay, I'll have to do that, because it's definitely something that I lack in. I'm not even gonna lie. I lack in, and I really need to work on it more. I love my daughter to death. I run out of patience too quick with her. And it's not like I go smacking her around or whatever. It's just, I start raising my voice and I get a little short and snippy with her, and it's not her fault, But I'll have to look into that, Giuseppe. So okay, we've been at this for a little bit now. So over an hour. We haven't changed the trains. So let's see. What should we switch to? I have got to fix this camera. It is triggering my OCD. I don't know how this got bumped, but that's better. Yeah, right, Dave? Oh, yes and no, Julian. Because believe it or not, she is fairly well behaved. What starts moving real fast is like her feet and whatnot. She starts kind of like hopping around, and the feet start shuffling, and I got a JW broker. I'm guessing Bowser. Virginia and Truckee Railroad steam locomotive in red paint in Rio Grande, also in Marks, Illinois Central. Oh, nice, Josh. It sounds like some nice locomotives. Yeah, see, Holly, that's the hard part is knowing the triggers and knowing how not to set them off. Well, see, there was a guy at the train show that had it looked like a 4x8 sheet, but he had real high plexiglass walls on it, and it was down low so that the kids like Brielle's height could fully see everything on the layout. And he actually had like little scavenger hunt things all over the layout. And so he had little signs all the way around the layout, and he had them marked. And then on the layout, he had them marked, but you had to actually look to find them. And so that was absolutely brilliant, in my opinion. And it was also an absolutely gorgeous little, 4x8 sheet of. The guy had so much going on. I should have taken pictures of it because it was absolutely amazing. Let's see, Doc David. I'm ordering another Japanese set. You know what? I might not go back to the train show because I found a Sunrise Express on eBay that I could get for $200. Yep. So I'm a little bit on that. Let's see. Russ, I was 41 when my kids were 4. They wore me out, and I can't even imagine. Yes, Russ. Well, that's the other thing too. Is plus I'm disabled, so she knows I can't keep up with her. $381 Shinano. I'll have to look that one up. Well, see, those 3 sets that I have coming are all older style locomotives. I think I showed them to Dave and to Kevin. Yeah, see, and that's the thing, Mike. It's just like a car steam engine. However you really want to look at it, they've all got their quirks and different things. And that's, you had to move your party upstairs. Well, welcome back, NS. I'm getting ready to figure out what in the world I'm going to put on the track. And it might be time to actually switch out the SP. And it might be time to bring out a certain UP that yes, Raven, exactly. Try the train show halls. Well, the problem with that, Holly, is they're all DC. I mean, it's not an Uber problem, but I would probably have to pull both trains to do that. The trailer train, the filthy train. Behave, Mike. Oh. Must move carefully. I don't know why I'm doing this. I've got JMRI running. Duh. In control. I don't know what this is. This is the wrong rock and roll, bro. That might be a little too hard. Okay. We'll go ahead and bring this one to a stop. Stop. Be good. I'm going to see what I can do about it, Holly. We could probably, maybe towards the end of the stream, I can pull off the other stuff and try it. I do want to run the big boy with the steam. The smoke actually running. That is something I do definitely want to do. But let's put the SP train away. Leave the FEC running for now. And we will pull the SP train. I don't know if this box is going to have room for all these cars. Might have to relocate the tank cars to a different box, to the tank car box, actually. Because they're getting a little big. Okay, come on. You can let go. Thank you. Let me grab my tablet real quick so that I can keep the tabs on chat. while I'm doing this. Let's see. You have 3 more sets on the watch list. I'm thinking I'm done buying Japanese sets for at least a while. Need to buy scenery and buildings for the layout. See, that was the other thing I was actually looking for at the train show. I didn't find a whole lot of in the buildings. Like, a lot of the buildings that you see on the layout now were purchased at train shows, already built. And they were one of my favorite, things to kind of look for at the train shows. But there wasn't, at least that I saw. Again, I didn't get a whole lot of time to really, I was too busy looking for equipment. So, the Little Jet Club Chair is a DC-9. It does actually have, the rear air stairs and the whole 9 yards as well. Landing gear do actually retract, fold up into the bottom of it. Okay, this song's getting a little annoying. See what this one's going to do real quick. No, that's a little too hard. Yeah, we'll go with that. There goes the trolley. Yep. Yes, club chair I do as well. That was my hope. I was hoping to actually find some of those. Kevin, have a good night. Thank you for coming by, sir. Sorry you're going to miss the big boy, but you can catch it in the VOD, I'm sure. I'm actually going to get to run it with the Steam now. Was hoping to get that done before too many people had to go tonight. It should be very interesting in N scale. Yeah, club chair. The sim hangar that I go to, the sim team that I'm on for flight simming stuff, we actually have like the forward 2/3 of that aircraft sitting outside in front of the hangar. We have a DC-9 out there, and it was it was originally purchased by Ozark Air, which is what that's a model of. That is an Ozark Air DC-9. When I saw that at an antique show that they were having in downtown Clovis, I saw it and went, ooh, that's coming with me. Oh, you know what? I do have room in this box for the tank cars. I will be placing these in the SP box. Yeah, I don't remember, but I think during my live stream when I was at the hangar, that weekend I was working at the hangar and streamed from there, I did go out to it and go into it on that video, on that stream. So if you get a chance and go watch the VOD on that one, you'll actually see me go out to it, if I remember correctly. Okay, this one, go in here. Ward, welcome back to the stream, sir. Glad to see you. Flew on Mohawk Air a lot when I was 8 to 10 between DC and Utica. Okay. All right, Chris, thank you for coming by, sir. You get some rest. We'll catch you later. All right, so in the case of this stuff, I am going to put the cars on first, and then I will put the locomotive on last. And I am going to probably avoid the tanks on the flat cars this time. Mainly because in that video that I shot with the big boy, FEC going to clear that? Yes. I was having issues with every time the things would go by me, I'd have to put the tanks back on the flat cars. So I'm going to have to come up with some kind of double-sided tape idea or something to affix them a little more permanently to the flat cars instead of having them fall off or trying to fall off and cause mayhem. They look cool, but pain in the butt. Now, my one gripe about this locomotive is that it just does not pull as much as you would think it should. And I don't know if that's because its traction tires could use a cleaning or if it's the ACT on the track. Appalachian Steve, welcome to the stream. And this guy is just screaming, no. We will give this one a try. All right. Get some cars on here. I think we'll see if I haven't had a chance to do it yet, but I'm going to try cleaning the big boy's traction tires and see if that helps give it some traction back. Club chair, it's more the grade on my layout. The grade on my layout is 2%. So the 2% grade gets a little hairy for things. And these cars are real nice quality heavy cars. So they get pretty heavy pretty quick, let's put it that way. Because they all roll super free. They roll super free. That's one of my OCDs about the cars is it's like if when I'm putting them on the track they don't roll as free as I think they should be, they'll go in the naughty bin and I'll work on them. Oh, nice, Frank. I'm very familiar with Point Magoo. Russ, you like the fade to black as the cameras transition? I'm not a super big fan of it, but it's what is kind of necessary so that I can run the number of cameras that I'm running. It's something that I will eventually get addressed. And like Dave gave a good suggestion that I might try and see if it doesn't help the situation some. I have the answer is yes, Dave. I have all the OCDs. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I'm counting cars. The number of cars that the big boys pull is not horrible. It could be better, but I'm not going to complain too loudly about it. I wish it was more, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? When I do the layout rebuild, I'd get a few similar aircraft, maybe C-130s, and recreate Channel Islands Air National Guard. Actually, Club Chair, I probably have all of those too. My wife just loses it with me sometimes because I totally squirrel. Well, that's probably enough cars at this point. Yeah, my wife gets quite upset with me regularly because I squirrel, and I squirrel fairly easily. Yeah, those Phantoms are actually pretty awesome. Doc David, have a good night, sir. Get some rest, and thank you for coming by. Let me grab the bigger boy. And I don't have the pipette that should have come with it, so I'm going to be dropping blindly, essentially. I'm going to be blindly dropping drops into it and hoping to God I don't overfill it. I'm probably only going to do like 3 or 4 drops per smoke unit because these things are tiny. Maybe 2 or 3 drops per. And it says that when you put, I think the instructions for it said 3.3 or 0.4 ml per smoke unit. And it said it'll smoke for 6 or 8 minutes on that amount of smoke fluid. That's exactly why you don't have boat water. Oh my God. Roger Metzgar, welcome back to the stream. Hope you are having a great Saturday. I'm going to leave the card out for the functions. Although I know function 7 is what turns the smoke on and off. Need to really get on after I get the scenery going nicely. Get onto putting my what do they call that? The yard back here. Oh, don't drop it. Don't drop it. When they get that long, they're a little hard to handle. Giggity. Staging yard, that's what it is. Staging yard. All right, Josh Cannon, thank you for coming by. I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you again for stopping by. All right. Box is off. Out. Yeah, Giuseppe, I have a few flights around in the C-130 as well. Okay, so this one I cannot use JMRI on because I have not had a chance to program it into JMRI yet. Just double checking that we have all of the wheels on the truck. And it looks like we do. Now I gotta go get my old man eyes on so that I can see where I'm dropping the smoke fluid and make sure it's actually going into the smoker. You guys can laugh at me when you see me with my old man eyes on my head. Well, we gotta wait for the FBC to go by. You know what, Giuseppe? It was always, I don't know what it is about the turboprops. I always felt safer in the turboprops, despite the one time I was in an aircraft that had an issue was a turboprop. Oh my God, this is going to be bad. Dude, this is going to go horribly. Okay, so apparently they are linked. So they do go into the same chamber underneath, apparently. So, all right, well, I put a whopping 3 drops in it. I definitely need to get a pipette for filling this. Peter, welcome back to the stream. Aloha, sir. Alrighty, so I'm going to actually roll this up to in front of, what is this? 40, 23, 4, 3. Okay. Headlight. We're going to roll it up to in front of the camera. Oh, and of course, right off the bat, it's not wanting to get up the hill. Of course. Come on. Come on, you. Let's go. Stop being a punk. Let's go. It's already telling me I'm going to need to pull a car off. Oh, dear Lord. There's only... Well, maybe that's why it's 13 cars on the train. Maybe that's the problem. You know what? I wonder if this has a spring in the rig truck. Might be time for this caboose to get some metal wheels. Give me 1 second, I'll be back to the chat. Come on. Let's get up the hill. Come on. Go. Go, you. I know you want to. Come on. Take it up the hill. All right, it's... I cleaned the track today too, so... And even despite me wiping the track down, it's got a fresh coat of ACT on the track. Maybe what I might have to do is limit some of the larger cars. Yeah, see, that's the problem, is there's a lot of weight in cars behind it. So okay, come on. Okay, it starts and then one of these cars is being the problem. Okay. Well, where it's sitting, it can stop. Because we're going to go to the... Oh, look it. Perfect. We're on the... We're where it's at. Awesome. We're going to go ahead and stop the scene switcher right there. Get a bleach box and do a good burnout. Yeah, I need to do something. I think it definitely needs... I need to clean the traction tires is what I'm feeling needs to happen. So, all right. So, we're sitting here. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, if it's, oh, there we go. Hopefully that wasn't the magic smoke escaping from the locomotive. Josh UTC, thank you for coming out. Have yourself a good night and a great rest of your weekend. Let's go ahead and get this sucker moving. Can't really tell if it's still smoking or not. With all the white. Can't tell if it's actually still smoking or not. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't do the Broadway Limited mandated blow down the stack. All right, give me 1 second here. Yeah, that's you hit the nail right on the head there, Dave. I didn't give it the mandated BJ. Here, let's turn the smoke back off again. I think the smoke unit's still on. All right, well, we gave it a few extra drops that hopefully doesn't hurt anything else. And let's go ahead and actually get it set to the cam that it's sitting in front of. Oh, and of course you can't even see it. Of course. We'll fix that real quick. And then we'll fix it back. Oh, look, you can see its LEDs giving you a seizure. Nice. All right, let's try this again. There we go. I can smell the cookie, though. The default setting on the smoker from BLI is only like 60 seconds or something along that lines. So we'll see when it comes back around if it's still smoking or not. Yeah, I know. It's becoming more and more of an issue, like the fact that you can't see the uh-oh. My sound just shut off on the locomotive. That is no bueno. Well, the sound's still working, but I've got no... Oh. Weird. Yeah, I think the problem is that I don't have a fine enough syringe to really... Oh, you know what? I know what does. Hang on. Got... I don't know where it is, though. I do have one more bottle. There it is. And my sound just shut off again. Somehow my sound is linking itself to the smoke. So when the smoke stops, the sound stops. The weird BLI quirk. That's a very odd quirk to have. Let me... There we go. I just had to mute it and unmute it, and the sound came back on, so that's good to know. May have to ask BLI about that one. Yeah, it's all about the size. Yeah, it is. In this case, the smaller the better. All right, I'm going to go ahead and turn on the scene switcher while I do a little smoke fluid swapping. Because I have a bottle with a much finer tip on it that should work real well for filling the smoke unit. Yeah, I know, right? Club Chair, you should have worn those at least a few times now. I'm sure Dave's going to be more than a little sore at you for bringing up the slippers. Yeah, don't eat the yellow snow for sure. For sure. All right, we're going to go ahead and stop the big boy right here. And we're going to use a tactical Q-tip to do a little bit of cleanup of the fluid that has now run down the side of the locomotive that did not make it into the stack. And now the train's going to have a very distinctive sweet cookie smell. I think it was only on that one side, but we'll make sure. Trains are still moving. Trains are still moving. Okay. OSHA unapproved for work, yes. What it sounds like to me. Can't have OSHA getting involved now, you know. Okay, so let's put the new, pull out the new bottle. Oh, that is way too much. Oh, dear Lord. Yep, no, it went in that time. It definitely filled it that time. All right. You should have no issues with not having enough smoke fluid now. Oh boy. All right, so I'm gonna go set this. I'm gonna go set this for the lake loop real quick, because that is where the big boy is sitting. I don't know where this end cap just came out of. Oh, yeah, I do. Okay, that's great. My stream equipment is shedding parts. Always awesome. Headlight, please. Is the headlight not coming on? Oh, it did. Okay. All right, well, here goes nothing. I see smoke. Well, I saw smoke for a second. I wonder if I've overfilled it now. We'll get it going. I'll play with it at speed. Get her going because she's got to get up the hill. Dave's got a push-up bra? Who gave Dave a push-up bra? Thought we hadn't got that far yet. Jokes are non-transferable. I don't know what's going on now. Smoke for a second and then stop. Smoke unit just stopped working? Huh. Uh-oh. Put it right there. That's fine. Thank you, dear. Yeah, it's possible, Dave. Oh, you know what? Now that you mentioned it, I didn't give it the blowjob after I did all that. Here, we'll give it a quick. And there's a lot of moisture on the top. I'll just run it. I gave it its BJ. The BLI mandated BJ. That's all it's gonna get from me. Old enough to chest already fell into his drawers. Yikes. Yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow and probably pick up some alcohol pads that I can lay across the track and let the drivers roll on them to clean them up a little bit. Hello, Hunter. I actually do have Thomas. You know what? I'm due to well overdue to change out the FPC. So when he comes down the backside over there, I'll go ahead and change out the FPC. I'll go ahead and put Thomas, Annie, and Clarabelle on there. I haven't run those in quite some time, but yes, I do. I also have Henry, James, and Percy as well. But Henry, James, and Percy are not DCC. Thomas is the only one that's currently DCC. Matter of fact, just a couple 3 weeks ago, got Percy put back together. Percy had lived in a parts bag for 10 years, 11 years. You go around to 801, get 801 stopped. Probably just ruined JMRI right now, but it'll be fine. Yes, Russ, I need alcohol pads. Yes. Jason is going to have to start using pads. Then my wife can make fun of me. And put away these UP cars I had to pull off the big boy. That big boy is a gorgeous locomotive, though. Despite its performance anxieties, it really is a gorgeous locomotive. If my grades were a little shallower, it would perform a lot better. But it's fine. It is what it is. And it's a possibility that it might actually perform better once I clean those traction tires off a little bit. Because in the end, it was actually still used when I got it. So, hello, John Theodorakis. Oh, John, you're the one that I met today at the show. I actually had brought you up at the beginning of the stream about meeting you at the train show. Well, welcome back to the stream, sir. It was great meeting you today. I do have to say, John, you definitely caught my wife off guard. My wife's just kind of like, huh? I guess apparently she thinks nobody in Fresno or Clovis or anybody in the area that would eventually end up in Fresno watches the stream. And I think it's the first time she's seen anybody that's recognized me. It was kind of funny, not gonna lie. Okay. FEC off the rails. Oh, what the heck? Oh, she's just taken aback with somebody uh from Fresno, or somebody that we run into in Fresno apparently watched the stream as all. So I used to stream on Twitch. Used to stream Flight Sim on Twitch. So I go to Flight Sim Expo, and I still have people that recognize me from that, or recognize me from the sim I'm part of. And so I'm kind of used to it. Not that it's like I'm trying to sound like some pompous ass. It's just I'm used to it. She's not. She doesn't go to Flight Sim Expo with me at all. So, all right. There's Mr. Tomas. And Clarabelle. This one I think I could probably get on the track without needing a re-railer, I think. I'm hoping. All right. Logo. I don't know if I could actually make it 001, but nope. Oh, yep, he runs on 1, so there we go. Mr. Thomas is now on his way around the way out. All right. I can come have a little bit of a sit. And then we got things sorted out. All right. See what I missed. Yeah. Very funny, Mike. Yes, Club Chair, they did, in fact. And I do actually have a Challenger in the same paint job, in the two-tone gray. Oh, yes, John, and I've been tossing up coming back out again tomorrow, but we'll see how that goes over. Have a good one, Giuseppe. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Ah, there goes Mr. Thomas. Hunter, like I said, I've got Henry, I've got James, I've got Percy. I just need to DCC them so that I can get them on the way out. I've thought about possibly getting some of the others because my daughter very much likes Thomas, and which is totally fine with me. All the other kids grew up with Thomas and friends, so it's very possible I may end up grabbing some of the others as things go on, or time goes on. All right, this I don't know. Scene automatic scene switcher is really kind of letting me down here. Oh, I will do, John, for sure. Oh, there comes Thomas across the top. I missed something that Club Chair said besides the challenger. Matter of fact, if I'd have thought about it, should have put the challenger on when I had the big boy on. You know, Mike, that's kind of funny. That seems to be playing out in N scale too. No, Julian, I don't. Unfortunately, I'd love to, but where the heck are all the trains? There goes Thomas. There's the tram. Oh yeah, we can't forget about this one. We haven't gone and said hi to her all night. See her slowly opening her eyes like, what do you want? Hello, Miss Miranda. She's looking like, why are you disturbing my slumbers? Yep, and she goes back to sleep. Okay, well, so much for that. Back to trains. And, all right, well, I guess we can go to the Lake Loop now because it looks like, not Lake Loop, Park Loop. Because it looks like the big boy's going to be coming through there. What do you got there, Douglas? You do the same, John. Thank you so much for coming and stopping by. And again, it was great meeting you and talking to you again today. Next live. Okay. So let's hear it, Douglas. What is with the music tonight, man? Okay, so this is just not. Ah. Well, let's see how horrible this goes. Oh, nice, Raven. Back when they were still running 3985. Ava and Hello Kitty. Yeah, I don't think we've done that in a while. Might have to open the stream with that, actually. And it's not, the only reason I say that is because it takes so long to get them on the track. And if I'm doing two of them, yeah. You'd be literally watching Scene Switcher of nothing running other than the trolley. Or tram. Let's not trigger Dave. Wait, what? They have the 3985 at the Van Nuys Air Show? What the hell? Right in the middle of LA. Huh. Okay. Screams PR stunt if I ever heard one. Aha, the truth comes out. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that was a little while ago. That's pretty cool there, Raven. I love it when they, if they're not going to be using a facility like a station or something like that, or a terminal anymore, that they revamp it. They've kept the Fresno, um, the original UP Fresno station, there for quite a while, but it's not really done anything. And unfortunately, with the high-speed rail to nowhere, if I'm not wrong, I think they actually tore it down. Are you talking about 2106, Roger? These cameras are really missing the mark tonight. Hello, Brown Valley Model Trains. Welcome back to the stream. I actually watched a video earlier on the Heist's channel. He actually rode behind 2106 during that pacing section, and 2106 is actually not a Challenger. It's a T1. It's a 4884. It's basically a Northern, but it's a T1 Northern. But it's still, I'm not discounting it all by saying it's not a Challenger. It's a gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous locomotive. And man, does it have one heck of a bark to its stack when it's working. Okay, I'm changing the music because I'm not having any luck with that rock channel at all. Wait, what? You can't hear the music? Oh, I thought I had fixed it. So can anybody else hear the music still? You haven't heard the music all night. Is that too loud? Can you hear it now? It's a bummer. Dave says it's very quiet. All right, let me have that. Very quiet. Round Valley has music on their end. Yeah, this is kind of appropriate. Yeah, this music's kind of appropriate. Here, let's go to there. Better? Yes, no? I don't want to like turn it all the way up and then have it blaring you guys out and then have it being louder than me. You know what I'm gonna do? Muffled. Well, this particular track sounds muffled anyways. Yeah, I don't know what this is. Somehow they classified that as rockabilly. Oh yes, Union Station's gorgeous. I'm gonna try something else. Give me 1 second. Don't freak out. I am going to copy this source and oh wait, never mind. All right, let me try something here. That's weird. Why is it? All right, I don't understand. Keep inactive sources to the right. Should be. I don't know what I did, Dave. Epidemic's still on there, but for some reason it's labeled as inactive. How do I make it active? Now I'm confused. We'll put you back on the train on the chooches so I can figure out what is going on here. Oh, Grand Canyon Railway to the Grand Canyon. Nice. I've driven by the Grand Canyon. Oh, I see why. Oh no. No, 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 no. No, that was a mistake. Let's not do that. I'll have to figure out what I did later. Because obviously I did something terribly wrong. Oh, you know what? I haven't, I didn't get a chance to ride the White Pass in Yukon, but I've been to 2 of their stations in Alaska on one of the cruises. Or I should say, on the one cruise I've done to Alaska. We were, well, I know we were at their like main hub station in Skagway, I think it was. Right, I don't know. I am really okay. We're going back to Tried and True because I am getting absolutely. Oh no! 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 There. How's the music now, Dave? He's over there. It's probably sanding mud, going, "Stop asking me." Okay. That would be a 280, Mike. Everything Knott's Berry Farm has is 280s. They have 340 and RGS 41. Didn't mean to correct you, but I grew up down there going to Knott's Berry Farm, and the live steam model that I run the most when I go to a live steam meet is RGS 41. Oh, hey, nice shot of Thomas. Oh, passing the big boy even. Nice. All right, Julian, you have yourself a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming by and hanging out. Oh, well, okay. There you go, Mike. Sorry. That was an 86 and about 100 pounds lighter. Oh. Crown Valley Miles, I had the pleasure of flying in the lower part of the Grand Canyon in Soupy for work. Got to see the skywalk over it. Living not far from it, I tried to go see it as much as we can. Nice. All right. Well, let's see if Big Boy feels like actually smoking now. We'll go ahead and give Big Boy another shot here. Oh, wait. Wrong locomotive, Jason. There you go. I don't think Thomas is equipped with a smoke unit. Well, yeah, I don't know if I screwed something up or not, because it definitely doesn't seem like it wants to be smoking. It was, and then, yeah, Jay did a oopsie. Well, that's a bummer. I'm gonna guess that mineral oil doesn't evaporate, yeah? And back in 1986, Peter, I was more than 100 pounds lighter, you know, having only, been 10 years old at that point. Now I'm kind of sad. I think I might have broke it. Oh well, I'll have to revisit that another day. Yeah, Raven, it kind of does, unfortunately. It kind of does, sadly. Only for a little while longer. Need to step away and check my printer. Clicked on a print this morning and I thought it was an HO scale 1940 cab over truck. Turns out it was a 124 24-hour print with insane amounts of supports. Oh boy. Yeah, Raven, it's not wanting to smoke at all. It might be that maybe it's empty. I don't know. I don't want to go trying to fill it up again just to overfill it and possibly ruin it. So, oh wait, no. I just turned the smoker back on. I just saw a whiff for a second. So it might just be over full. I don't know. Is anybody with the BLIs, can you like flip them upside down and like drain them? I'm not, this is my first BLI with smoke, so I'm a complete rookie at this. The whole end scale with smoke and being air quotes gimmick until you see it do it, and then it's like, oh my god, that looks so cool. Because at this point, I don't know if maybe when I stuck the Q-tip in there, it drained too much out, or... Oh yeah, Round Valley. I do not have any fighters. The fighters are hanging from the ceiling. And those are the RCs that I use to fly. Possibly club chair. I may have to go that route. Round Valley. We still have fighter jets. We still have the 144s here. They got F-15s now. But I have a cool shirt I got at Expo that says "The Sound of Freedom." It shows an F-18. Okay, well, I may try that after the stream. Just flip it over and set it upside down on a towel or something and have it try and empty its contents. And see if anything actually comes out of it or not. Because it may actually just be dry, and I had wicked. Because when I thought I had overfilled it, I had put a Q-tip on the rim, which wicked everything I could see out of it. So it's possible it might have wicked everything out of the smoker entirely. I don't know how big the cavity is that the thing has. Thomas is still just cruising along over here. Probably still putting along. No. Thinking I'm not going to stick anything down into it. No, when I set the Q-tip, I literally set the Q-tip at the rim of the smoker. And all the cotton swab did was just wick everything that was up to the top. And I'm wondering if that didn't just, capillary action everything out of it. Find my me find my my dork goggles, what they're called. Smoke unit cleaning fluid. I didn't see any of that when I was looking. Why are you all puffed up, Miranda? Calm down. Yeah, it looks like it's actually dry in there. I can actually look down into the stacks and it looks like it's empty. So it's a possibility that it did wick everything out with the capillary action. Well, I mean, it makes logical sense, you know. Hello, Casper. Welcome to the stream. No, instructions are very limited with this locomotive, unfortunately. I had to actually go onto the website to get the exact details of how exactly to fill it and whatnot, because the instructions on the box just give you instructions on what smoke fluid to use. Welcome back to the stream there, Casper. Matthews Model Trains, welcome back to the stream, sir. That'd be kind of late where you're at. Baby boa from the maintenance man wanting to stomp it. Oh, poor Snake. I know some here won't necessarily agree. Baby boas are nothing, Holly. Especially if they're babies. Thank you for the compliments there, Mr. Matthew. Yeah. My first BLI since I got back into the hobby, so. Rewatching Walking Dead and lost track of time. I know that. I know that feeling. I know that feeling well. Comes Tomas. Here, I'm gonna do the unthinkable right now. And I am going to bring Mr. Big Boy to a stop right here. Hey, I said stop. Stop, you. Two, three. 1, 2. Okay, I can see fluid. I'm going to stop. All right, Drew, thank you for coming by, sir. You have yourself a good evening and good rest of your weekend. Thank you for coming and hanging out. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, damn it, Jason, you did it again. Gotta give it the mandatory blowjob. I forgot. There we go. Well, we got something for a second. I can smell cookie. Well, we'll turn it on and we'll get it going. I saw smoke, so that means something's doing something. Yeah, I won't worry too much about it. It did start smoking again, so that tells me it is still working. It just may be that it's getting air bubbles, and I'm not getting as much in there as I think. Guess it's an acquired talent, right, Matt and Dave too? An acquired talent to get the smoke fluid down, right? Yeah, a little performance anxiety there, Holly. All right. So, well, I don't know how tight a radius those new steamers can do. I'll have to. Use a ball syringe, blow fluid down. Can of compressed air. Well, the other thing is, it just says to gently blow down the stack, which I did. Maybe I didn't blow hard enough. Hell, I don't know. Yeah, it says to gently blow down the stack, so I would think anything more than that is probably too much. So we're getting towards probably what's going to be the end of the stream for tonight. I will probably pull off the big boy. He's had her time to run around and be a persnickety little turd. Yeah, I'll probably have to look for a ball syringe. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop her on the backside back there so that I can start pulling everything off of her. And then we can give the new acquisitions a try. The steamers, of course. Which I'm sure will make Miss Holly happy to know, and would make me happy too. So. Make sure the switch is turned on pulses. Hit F7. Yeah, I don't know which switch you're talking about pulses. Let me look at the card here, because I don't see any switch. Oh, and I don't know about a switch, actually. I'll have to look a little closer at that, because the sad part is, Matt, this had like no documentation, and there is like very little documentation, period. Like, even if you go to the BLI website, like, there's two things that mention the N-scale big boy, and that's it. One of them mentions using Mega Steam, which I do have. That's the smoke fluid I'm trying to use. I picked up some Mega Steam at the train show today, and so that's what I'm trying to use. But it's not wanting to play well. And again, it could be user error because, to be totally honest, I've never owned a locomotive with a smoke device in it. So this is my first time messing with it. So more than likely it's user error, and I'm perfectly okay admitting that because it's true. Give me 1 second and I'll get back with chat. Get these cars out of the way. And then I'll actually bring the big boy around because I'm going to put it on the table, the work table over there, so that I can tend to it later. My nose is acting up and I'm going to sneeze. That is bad. All right, there we go. Yeah, function 7 is also off and on. Yeah, I do know that because it does say that on the card. Raven, yes. But actually on that sheet, all it literally shows you is what functions do what. That's all it shows you. And on the other little card, on the other card, can remap. I'm reading the backside of that now, and it doesn't show anything about pulses or anything like that. This one might not have pulses, Matt, mainly because it's N scale. But on the other card, all it just mentions is using, a lightweight oil and, the blow down the stack and all that kind of stuff. That's all it mentions. Isn't the manual switch over the left side of the front trucks? No, right side maybe. I will look once it gets back over here, Mike. And it's possible. On the Blue Goose, it's under the rear trucks, kind of. I mean, otherwise, I really like this locomotive. It's beautiful. For the most part, it runs all right. It is very persnickety when it comes to the track, which in N scale, you're not going to get away from locomotives that do that. And if anything, all it does is make your track better. So Mustache Mike is saying, and isn't there a manual switch over the left side of the front trucks or right? Oh, it's going to be kind of hard to get to the front under. Over the left side. I mean, if it's on the boiler, maybe? Let's take a look. Yeah, no, definitely, Raven. That seems to be my my luck with them. The only one that is less picky is my Concord Challenger, and that's because it's got pizza cutter flanges. But even it can be picky at times. Yeah, no, it's pretty awesome, Matt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be pulling it off anyway, so I'll take a look at it right now. Wow. You're heavy, SLB. Alright, I don't see a switch on the right side. And I don't see a switch on the left side. Matt, you said that on your Blue Goose, it's under the rear truck. This thing's, oh my god, this thing's trucks are... Oh, there's the switch. Found it. It is on. Oh wait, it looks like a microchip? Or like a memory card? Oh. What in the world is going on there? What the hell? I just found something interesting underneath the big boy. Interesting. Very interesting. Underneath the front truck of the tender is a foam piece that apparently I forgot to remove. There is a switch under the cab, or just in front of the cab underneath the boiler. And my hand is now covered in smoke oil. So, it had fluid. It had a lot of fluid. It had plenty of fluid. It's empty now because it's all over my hand. Alright, well, the chambers I think are probably empty now. I'm not going to try and re-rail that to test that theory. But yeah, no, it had fluid in it still. And a decent amount. So, we'll leave the... Yes, Matthew, for sure. Just as the real things were. So, but I'm wondering if part of the reason this thing would lose traction like it does is because that foam piece is under the lead truck on the tender. And so the drawbar would raise the whole thing up off the tracks. Yes, Holly, for sure. All right, I'm going to bring Thomas around. I'm going to go ahead and pull Thomas off as well. And put old Thomas away. And then we'll pull out the train show locomotives. Comes Mr. Thomas. Alright, we'll go ahead and we'll give these new little buggers a run, or see how well they run, and go from there. We'll probably call the stream there. I'm going to leave, one of these actually has the cars for the Central Pacific. We'll start with the Central Pacific. And, you know what? It's got a... you know what? I can work with that. Alright. We're going to go ahead and flip the switch. ECC is offline. Unplug the power cab. and we will change the camera. You can see the shenanigans that I'm doing. We'll turn off the scene switcher for now. Scene switcher. We'll go to the Lakelet camera. All right. Okay. There's a whole bag of bits in here with this too. I'm just noticing. I'll have to investigate those so everybody can see it. Oop, oop. Hey, behave you. Here, we'll just set her on the track. It is hefty. Cute little girl. Here, what we'll do, we'll back it up to there, and we'll move the box, and we'll zoom the camera in on this. You know, I get a little better view of the little beastie. Not the best view, but as you can see, it's tender driven. So go ahead and zoom back out for now so that you can see it as it starts to go. That runs over a piece of dust, throws a fit. It's not wrong, Matt. You're not wrong. All right. So let's first off get her set for DC. Sounds like she needs a little bit of a run in. So we'll go ahead and give her a lap. Now, the one thing they did tell me is that these probably had sit for, you know, a good 8-10 years. So they probably need a little bit of lube, a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC. So okay, let's go park loop. Here she goes. I mean, you're not entirely wrong there, Round Valley, but you just get a big one, big steam engine, period. All right, she's moving along nicely. Seems to have loosened up appropriately, so Why don't we see what we can see here? All right, let's see. Now this should have no problem pulling these coaches, seeing as how my daughter's little 440 American can pull these by itself. I haven't tested to see if it'll pull them up these grades or not. So that remains to be seen. And yes, I know I'm hooking the whole train up backwards, but I should have probably thought about this before, but let's see what happens. Let's go to this view. Here it comes. A passenger train, Holly. They don't have cabooses. They have rear observation cars. Oh, I don't know. Let's try it. No. It's still trying. It might be the transition from the flat to the grade. Oh, look. Nice little spider. Trying to go for a ride on the choo-choo. No. No choo-choo for you, spider. Well, you know what? It's really trying. I'll give it that. Well, technically made it up the hill. If that transition wasn't so crap, it might actually do okay. Yeah, run by. Photo op stop. Yeah, I think they probably just need a little bit of lube, a little bit of love. You know, they've sat for a very long time. Needs a run-in, exactly, Club Chair, because these all look brand spanking new, like they'd never seen a track in their life. And so if that's the case, and then they, sat for 10 years or whatever, come on. I know you want to. There you go. There it goes. Yeah, I think it's just the first part of the grade it has an issue with. And then once it gets past it, it's fine. It just continues on its way. So we will probably... Yeah, I know, Mustache Mike, but it's what I had on hand. And because of the way they have to come out from underneath the tender steps, again, kind of going with what I had. They'd probably work out okay with like medium shank. They'd probably be okay. Oh, wait, wrong one. Park rope. There, you'll see it hit it, and then it'll struggle, and then start moving again. There it goes. Hello, hi. We're just test running one of my new train show locomotives before we sign off for the evening. Oh, that's not good, Matt. Must have missed that part. Thank you for coming by, Round Valley. Thanks for. I hope you have a good rest of your weekend, sir. Just like the old black and white movies. The Newman steam train. New definition of highball right there. Yeah, that's a good thing, Hi. I definitely got to finish getting that transition fixed. I've got the material to fix the transition, I just haven't done it yet. It's all a matter of time. Time just ran out. Yeah, no, Casper, it definitely is. It's the transition from flat to grade is not the smoothest. And you can see as the locomotive moves, the track is not flat on the scenery yet either. I haven't glued it down. Once I glue it all down, it'll flatten out and smooth out a lot better than what it is right now. I just haven't gotten to that side to glue it yet. I'll put a train station right there. Messy Modeler, yeah. Welcome to the stream, by the way, Messy Modeler. Probably going to be calling it here in a minute. And so, I want to thank everybody for coming out and hanging out, watching me play with my trains and show off my new stuff. Why is it thumping right there that hard? It's interesting. Scotty Aquati, welcome to the channel. We're actually getting ready to kind of wrap things up tonight. Okay, we're gonna get some of these. Thank you everybody for coming out. We'll get some of the new toys straightened out, and maybe next week we'll actually start with the Shinkansens, and I'll get hopefully some more scenery work done, so it'll be a little less white. Sorry, Scotty. It's been a long day, and I've been streaming since about 7:30. So, was it 7:30? Yeah, 7:30. That would be 10:30 for Jean-Pierre. So, have a great weekend, everybody, and thank you for coming out. And the Sleepy Lizard says good night as well. Miss Miranda is obviously doing beardy things. So it's early for you, Hi. It's late for the rest of us, unfortunately. But we'll catch you all next week. I'll catch you periodically throughout the week on various other streams, other channels, and we'll see you first for sure again on Dave's stream next Friday. And then I'll be back next Saturday, I think after Kevin this time. So we'll see. So, see, Scotty, see, I started at 10:30 Eastern. So, but so you guys all have yourself a great week, the rest of your weekend, and then week. And stay safe, keep it on the rails, and we'll see you next week.